So the Nuggets played the Heat last night, and I'm not gonna lie to you, I didn't watch the first half. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm just so sorry. So I thought the game started at 7. So I go to a friend's house at 6. I'm like, I can only hang out for an hour, just hung out there for a little bit, got food, came back home, had my sister turn on the game, and she goes, yeah, it's already halftime. I'm like, what? There's no way it's halftime. And yeah, I guess I was like an hour behind. So yeah, I was 6 o'clock, not 7. So I missed the first half. And then I watched the third and the fourth, and I could give you insight on those, but the first half I didn't really watch. But let's just get in on the third quarter. It was terrible. Third quarter was awful. It was just abysmal. It was just disgraceful. Like, it was bad. They came back in the fourth. They won it. Anyone who thinks it's a good win, kind of lying to yourself. That should have been a blown out win. Okay, I don't want to put any disrespect on the Heat, because the Heat, they've been surprising, like in the playoffs and stuff. They've been a surprisingly decent team. So it's like, but what's his name? Kyle Lowry. Hate that guy. One of the biggest flops ever. Like, I don't really necessarily, I can't point out any spots because I don't know. Like I said, I didn't watch the whole game in its entirety. I just know he's a flop. He's a flopper, man. I hate it. Denver's defense once again was terrible, especially in the third quarter. Picked up a bit in the fourth. There was one play. Actually, it was 3 plays, back to back to back, same play. It was Jimmy Butler. I don't even want to draw this out. He would basically, he'd bring up the ball, someone would screen, so like someone would screen, he's dribbling the ball down, someone would set the screen, and he'd take the screen and go around, The Nuggets player was playing over the screen for some reason. So what, if you don't know what over the screen is, basically when the guy sets a screen, so you're coming at them, right? You can either, and say the shooter's like right here. So say this is the shooter right here, right? So if I'm screening, to go over is to go towards the guy. To go under is to go underneath. That way you could watch the base. I don't know how to describe it. Basically, if you want them to, if you're not worried about them shooting, you're gonna go underneath so you can watch the drive. If you go over, then that's how you can contest the threes a little bit better, but you're gonna risk the drive. So Jimmy Butler did this play 3 times in a row. So Jimmy Butler, right? Like, I would set the screen. So Jimmy Butler would take the screen. The Nuggets player would follow Jimmy Butler. He'd go over the screen. And I'm like, why are we doing that? Why? Go underneath the screen, go the opposite way. Jimmy Butler's not that great of a 3-point shooter. I'd rather have him shoot the threes. He's not that great of a 3-point shooter. And literally every single time he drove in, he made it every single time. 3 plays in a row. And I think one was even an and one. So he had like, 2, 4, 6, he had like 7 points by himself. I don't know if the other ones were and ones. I just remember one was, he had at least 7 points on himself, 3 possessions in a row. And the Nuggets just, I'm like, why are you guys playing over the screen? Go underneath it. Stop the drive. Let Jimmy Butler shoot a 3. The only one that I saw was making them was freaking Tyler Hero. Other than that, it's like, Jimmy Butler, just let him shoot it. Play under the screen and watch the drive. Like, what are we doing? And I don't know if that's it could be a Coach Malone thing, because he's the one who designs the plays, who tells them what to do. But as a player, you just gotta know, It's like Jimmy Butler, I'd rather have him shoot than drive in, get literally to the basket 3 times in a row. Like, do so, and then I think Coach Malone called a timeout at the end of the third one. So I'm like, dude, like, as a player, you should know. Like, literally today, I was playing basketball, right? The guy that I'm guarding, he doesn't really drive in much. He's a 3-point shooter though. So literally every single time there's a screen, I went over the screen, so I went towards him. He didn't get a single shot off on me, because whenever I went over, I just stuck my hand out to where if he were to possibly jump, I would block it, and he couldn't really do much. And then he does, like I said, he doesn't drive. So when I was able to get close to him, I was able to recover. So I'm just like, dude, like, we're not worried about Jimmy Butler's 3-point shooting though. We're worried about Tyler Hero's, yeah. So him had to go over the screen. But Jimmy Butler, we're not. We're worried about his driving, which he did 3 times in a row. So go under the screen, not over the screen. It's just like I said, as a player, you should just know this. Like, the guy you're guarding, like, if they're, like I said, they're a good 3-point shooter, I'm going over it. But It's just me, man. I'm not in the NBA. This is me ranting because I saw it 3 times. Like I said, literally in a row. Like 3 possessions that he brought it up. Same exact play. Jimmy Butler. They went over the screen. Jimmy Butler just drove in, got layups. And I'm just like, dude, like, that's what I mean. Like, it's just, yeah, just me ranting because I feel like as an NBA player, you should be picking up on that and be like, hey, like, I got to watch the screen. I got to go underneath it or something like that. He's killing us on the drives. Let me go underneath the drive and just force him to shoot pretty much. Like, that's what I would have done. But that's just me. Yeah, third quarter was terrible. The Nuggets just looked like they did not want to play at all. Like, the announcers were saying some shit like they look deflated. They look like they don't want to be there. They kind of did. They were playing very lackluster, very just not very well. In the fourth quarter, obviously they came back. Honestly, I don't even remember the fourth quarter very much because I was it was one of the one times I was very uninterested in the game. I was like, dude, because if Denver's not going to come out with energy, then I just don't want to watch because it's going to be a slaughter. Third quarter is my point. Like, it's just, if they're not going to play with energy, it's like their defense goes wrong. Their offense just doesn't score. Their defense is, like I said, awful. So it's like, it's just all around bad if they don't play with energy. If they don't play with high, like they need that oomph, you know, and they didn't do it in the third. So the fourth quarter, I kind of lost interest. They did catch up though. I saw Jamal Murray hitting some big time threes and stuff. So KCP, I gotta give him props. I need to give him props because I was, no joke, about to make a video saying KCP's not doing what I expected him to do this year. He's like, he'll get like 10 points, 11 points. His defense isn't amazing that I thought it was going to be, but he went like 6 for 6 from the field or 7 for 7 or something. Like, he was pretty much last time I checked, he was perfect. I don't know if he missed another shot at the end because, like I said, I wasn't paying attention that much, but when I was watching, he was like 6 for 6, 7 for 7. So he was actually hitting his threes really like amazingly. So I got to give KCP props. Did great. It was nice to see Bruce Brown. It was actually nice to see the entire team back. Bruce Brown was back, well, except for Jeff Green, I guess. But Bruce Brown was back. Like I said a couple videos ago, if you guys have actually been watching, I said I don't think it's going to be a serious ankle thing. Usually when I roll my ankle, it's just, you know, you're out like, you know, a couple weeks. With NBA players, somehow they miraculously heal a lot quicker. They got doctors and everything, you know. I don't have that. I just got ice, elevation, compression, all, you know, what the doctors tell you. So I said I'm out for like 2 weeks, 3 weeks. So it's good to see Bruce Brown back. Aaron Gordon was back. He had a scary fall. Like he hurt his shoulder again. Thank God he didn't. Yeah, it was just kind of nice to see everyone out there. It was not nice to see them crumble in the third. But then, yeah, they came back in the fourth. Thank God they didn't give up, which I guess I shouldn't either because we have 2-3. I'm still living on the bubble where they came back 3-1 twice. So it's just like, dude, like, I shouldn't be giving up on Denver, but it's just so hard when they don't give that energy, you know. They just play very lackluster and just very sluggish. I'm like, oh, dude, this is. And also like the refs are kind of iffy too. I saw like whenever the Miami Heat had the ball, when they drove in, they get fouls called. Whenever like Jokic is getting fucking slapped, bro. Let's be real, Jokic is getting hacked, and they're not calling anything. And it's like it starts to get irritating because I'm like, bro, like Jokic is getting hit a lot, and you're not calling anything. Like it's kind of ridiculous at this point. So I remember there was one. Oh, I remember this. There was one where MPJ had a shot. He had a 3-point corner shot. It was a stupid shot. He could have went for the first shot. He pump faked. The guy came literally right next to him, and then he shot. I don't know why MPJ makes his shots harder than what they have to be. But anyway, he shot the shot. He bricked it, but he went to the ref to complain that the guy got his arm. And I'm gonna be real. I don't see MPJ complain all that much. So, and he was adamant, like he went back on defense, and then there was like a dead ball. He went up to the ref and like, hey, like, and he talked to him about the foul. So I'm like, I think the refs just weren't calling a lot. It was kind of weird for Denver, at least. The Heat, I swear to God, they went to the foul line a lot. That's just from what I saw. I didn't look at the actual stats or anything, but just from the eye test, yeah, the Heat were getting a lot of calls. But yeah, I've never really seen MPJ complain that much. So I feel like it was a foul. Like the guy probably did hit his arm, and then it just didn't call it, which doesn't surprise me. So. Yeah, man. It was a win. It was a win. It wasn't a good win, but it was a win. I don't know who they play now. It's the Celtics. I think they play the Celtics next. Fuck. We got smoked by them last time. hopefully with we're at home, we bring the A game, we'll be able to win. So it's gonna be for me, guys. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. When I'm uploading this, it is the 31st. So hope everyone has a safe new year. Hope you guys have fun. I'm gonna go have fun. Just stay safe, make smart decisions. I've been watching a lot of murders lately on YouTube, so you know, I'm all like, yo, everyone be safe. Don't get kidnapped. So yeah, man. See you guys next year. Next year. Literally, see you guys next year. God, what a dad joke. See you guys next time.